So there you go. Gerrit Cole now on the mound, making his 28th start of the year, a 16-4 record, a 2.25 ERA, a WHIP well under 1, and a 8-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Oh, that's good, Isaac. The Chiefs are playing with their fans. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You mean? I thought you meant they were like throwing the ball around. No, yeah, I know. It's completely irresponsible. 16,000 people, and then they booed them. But they did the symbol of unity at the beginning of the game, which was absolutely gross. As Byron Buxton, one of the fastest men in baseball, leads off here against Cole. Hammers this to the left side, knocked down by Urshela. Fires the first. Got him! What a stretch there by Mike Ford, and a great throw by Gio Urshela as he robs Buxton of a leadoff single. So you now look at the starting lineup for the Twins. Buxton in center, Arias at second, Polanco at short, Miguel Sano at third, Eddie Rosario in left, Alex Kirilloff in right as Kepler is hurt, Josh Naylor at first, Jake Cave is DHing, and Williams Astudillo behind the plate. Yeah, I know, Darkstroke. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but we don't know what's going to happen. Oh, yeah, they did lose 12-2. All right, so that's fastball there at the knees to Arias. 0-1. I did the... Oh, did you, there you go, AJB. I missed it. Sorry. Have the Red Sox been tough lately? I'm Jake, or has they just been tough to watch? I don't know. I don't pay attention to the Red Sox. As there's a changeup for a strike. 0-2. Yeah, the fans are being very disrespectful. And again, this is why, remember, not every team is going to play in front of fans. Several teams have said they are not selling tickets. They are not opening up. It's a team-by-team basis. As this one, I guess, comes way inside. Doesn't look like Arias tried to get out of the way too much, but it plunks him on the back foot, a slider. And that brings up Jorge Polanco now, the man on first. And he takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Yeah, the Tigers do have a losing record. As this is back up the middle, that's a base hit. So a hit by pitch, and now the wheels might be coming off the cart here for Cole. The Fires are super, super bad, AJB. The sun was out technically today, but we couldn't see it because of all the smoke. As Miguel Sano takes a strike in the inside corner, 0-1. I mean, there's just crazy people out here. There was a crazy old white man down the street earlier today with a blowtorch. The cops had to come out. He was down 6 blocks away from me with a blowtorch and was lighting trees on fire. 0-2 now to Sano. Takes a slider outside. 1-2. You think the Chiefs are going to win 24-7, Jake, or is it now 24-7? I got to get the game up on my phone there. Did Sano check his swing? Yes, he did. 2-2. Yeah, there you go. 24-7. They already came out and scored another touchdown here in the beginning of the second half. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the fastball at the belt. 2 away here in the first. I genuinely don't know. Are the Dodgers at home, actually? Because it's super terrible. Well, the Dodgers are in Arizona. I don't think the Fires are as bad in Arizona. So part of it, AJB, has been people. Arsonists, as there's a strike at the knees. Anarchists. The one, Jake, was a gender reveal party with an illegal explosive. Another was a car chase through the canyon where the dude had chains dragging behind his car, and that caused sparks. And then again today, a dude with a blowtorch. Just a random arsonist. Just a dude trying to cause chaos. As there's a ball, 1-2. So, but yeah, so it's just people being stupid, continuing to be very stupid, as that misses just high, 2-2, and it's unfortunate because it's really a lot of these fires are man-made. Some of it is weather, right? It's not great conditions right now. It's very dry. It's drought season as Torres throws out Rosario there to end the inning. So the hit by pitch and a single. The low bottom 1, no score. Hey, Simon, how's it going? Not much, Simon. Just telling everybody about the fires here in LA. Might sound a little congested today because of all the smoke inhalation I've had to deal with. Even with my windows closed and my doors closed, it still seeps in. As Devin Smeltzer, missing most of the year because of injury, making his first start of the year here in September. Made 31 starts, went 11-9 last year with a 3.81 ERA. Gets his first start here down the stretch for the Twins here at the beginning of September. So, Jake, it's not as orange here in LA as it is in San Francisco. It's more like an orange-gray. Yeah, it's horrible, Simon. It's the worst it's ever been. As the first pitch from Smeltzer swung on a miss by Gordon, 0-1. Twins, 39 games over 500. First in the Central. Yankees trying to get 50 over 500. Swings over the top of a changeup. 0-2. Fastball, changeup, curveball, slider. Smeltzer, a former Dodger prospect, actually. As Gordon swings and pops up this 88-mile-an-hour fastball on the infield. Sano comes in, makes the catch, one away. So we now have Gleyber Torres up, who's been on a hot streak lately. As Nick gets a dab. No, I'm sorry, AJB. I don't think we're going to make you a mod, buddy, right now, as that swing on a missed 0-1. I'm very sorry to hear that, Paulie. Yeah, a lot of folks displaced. A lot of folks have lost their homes. Fortunately, not a lot of loss of life. It's mostly just been property and stuff, which can be replaced, as that's inside 1 and 2. As soon as we hit a home run, Nick, I'll do the home run call. Oh, nice, Isaac. Yeah, definitely, as that misses low, 2-2. Thank you, Funky Banana. Right now, the only mods are folks I know in real life, as Torres checks his swing, makes the count full, or Simon, because I know Simon is also the mod of Tommy Canley's channel, and Simon was very kind to volunteer and also be a moderator as here as Torres goes the other way, smacks that to right field through the vacated hole. So that'll be a 1-out single for Torres. And now that'll bring up Aaron Hicks, batting from the left side, batting third today, hitting .281, 30 homers, 64 RBIs. First pitch swung on a miss, 0-1. So Torres was down 0-2, battled back to 3-2, and then went the other way for a base hit. He's been red hot since coming back off of injury. Speaking of red hot, so has Hicks, actually, as he fouls this back out of play, 0-2. Yeah, we're me and Fishy are actually going to work on some bots and some things after this stream tonight, Simon. We're actually going to try and add some stuff to the chat. So, as that misses inside, 1-2. Torres off first, bottom first, no score. Hicks at the plate. Hicks now, he goes opposite field. That's a base hit. Torres will stop at second as Kirilloff gets it in quickly. So back-to-back singles here in the first. The Yankees might have something cooking. It's all good, Simon. It's all good, buddy. I'm streaming for at least 2 hours tonight, Nick. We just started at 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, as Gary Sanchez, he hammers this to left field. It's a base hit. Torres will hold at third. I'm not going to test Rosario's arm out in left. So the bases will be loaded now. I believe that brings up Mike Ford. 8 homers, 24 RBIs, a good double play candidate. So the Twins are at double play depth. And a little bit at the corners, back in middle infield. Ford fouls it off on the left field line. Foul, 0-1, as Funky Banana gets a dab. Gotcha, Paul. Understood. Yeah, I agree, Carter. I think Mattingly's just working with a very bad team right now. And he's turned them into a 500 club, actually, as Ford fouls off a fastball there, 0-2. I wish I could, Nick. I wish I could. If you guys get me enough TikTok follows, maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll get some attention. We'll get the Yankees to check it out. As curveball, strike 3 at the knees. Ford can't believe it. Huge K for Smeltzer. And that brings up Clint Frazier now with 2 outs and the bases loaded. For a couple games, Skirt, they had Eric Kratz starting, yes. As Frazier now chops this to the left side, should get out of the inning. They go the short way to second. They get Gary there, so the Yankees load the bases on 3 straight singles, but get nothing out of it. We go top 2. No score here in the Bronx. Yep, that is 2020, Simon. That is 2020. Yeah, that was a nasty curve. I did not think that was going to catch the zone, but it did, as Kirilloff now in for the injured Kepler. Kepler should be back in about 10 days, probably. Takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Has been filling in well for Kepler, who's been hurt for a while. Pretty much the Twins' 4th outfielder this year, but a lot of starts with the Kepler injury. It's now 0-2 to Kirilloff, starting things off here in the second as he chops this down the... Actually, lines this on the right field line foul. Still 0-2. Oh, fastball now poked the other way on the left field line. Still 0-2. Yeah, I agree, Carter. I am not an Aaron Boone fan at all. And Cashman, I'm kind of done with as well. Is that knuckle curve, a backdoor knuckle curve? This is just a little low. 1-2 now to Kirilloff. Now a fastball fouled back and out of play, making Cole work a little bit here. Still 1-2. Well, yeah, AJB, they were trying to get under the salary or the luxury tax, trying to reset that. And that's what was important to them, you know? Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Things are all right. We're surviving the fires here in LA. It's a little smoky. I'm a little congested because of that. As another foul ball, Kirilloff. This will be pitch number 10 of this at-bat. They still have Bogarts, which is good as this is finally popped up to left. Fairly deep, going back. Florial makes the catch for the first out of the inning. We now look at the Yankee defense. Estevan Florial in left, Hicks in center, Dominguez in right, Urshela at third, Torres at short, Nick Gordon at second, Mike Ford at first, and Gary Sanchez behind the plate. Carter, I don't disagree. It's going to be an interesting race for the last playoff spot as Naylor takes a strike, 0-1. Thank you, Marshy. I appreciate that. Moreland does seem like one of those, a good bench guy for sure, Paul. As what's up, Gary? How's it going? As this is fouled off the plate, 0-2. I think so, AJB. I think he's, as Carter asks for a hydrate, I think Devers is trying too hard this year, and you see that at the plate. I think you saw it from a lot of the Yankee hitters. I think Devers is actually a very solid third baseman as this knuckle curve sails outside 1-2. Yeah, I know. He's like he thinks of these guys like his kids. Honestly, that's who I would hire as swing and a miss on a high slider, strike 3, 2 away here in the second. Fire Boone, and if Kratz wants it, I want Eric Kratz as our next manager. Calling it right now. I think Eric Kratz would be a great baseball manager. I have NHL 20, Gary, and it's not a great game, but I appreciate your opinion. Well, that helps out everybody else in the division, Paul. So, Jake Cave now up at the plate. This is low and outside, 1-0. Much like Madden, NHL is basically the same thing year in and year out. They added a Battle Royale mode that no one asked for. There's a strike, 1-1. And NHL 21, which I will also get, but I'm guaranteeing you right now, won't be much better. They keep saying they're going to fix the AI, and I'll believe it when I see it. 1-2 now to Jake Cave. Swings over the top of a changeup, strike 3. Yeah, I agree, Darkstroke. I think Eric Kratz is a good personality to have in that clubhouse. A little bit the show. I've got it on my phone. I'm checking it here or there, but I'm not, like, truly paying that much of attention to it. I know that I watched the first half. Obviously, the Chiefs are up 24-7. They're going to kill the Texans, which is no surprise. Yeah, Eric Kratz, he just seems like a good, genuine guy, Paul. I agree. Like, and I think the Yankees will not do well in the playoffs, Nick, but it also depends on the matchup. I just don't know if Cole will be able to turn it on in time, as Gio Urshela swings to a low and inside fastball, 0-1. Smeltzer got out of a huge jam in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded with one away. Struck out Mike Ford as Urshela pops this up to right, and then got Frazier to ground out. As Urshela pops up to right. Now Estevan Florial will get his first at-bats of the year. So you look at the Twins' defense. Rosario in left, Buxton in center. Kirilloff in right, Miguel Sano at third, Jorge Polanco at short, Luis Arias at second, Josh Naylor at first, and Williams Astudillo behind the plate. Actually, you know what? You're going to surprise the show. I think the Cowboys are actually going to win. I think they're going to be. I don't think the Rams are going to do very well this year. As this is chopped to the right side by Florial. High hop for Arias. Throws the first in time, 2 away. Yeah, AJB, but I grew up in New Jersey, so college football doesn't matter to me. Because all we have is Rutgers, and so no one cares. As Jason Dominguez now up at the plate, hitting 287, swings on the top of a changeup, 0-1. And it's not all college football. A lot of conferences did shut down, so it's, I think more than anything else, talk about asterisk seasons, I think you're going to see an asterisk on the college football season as Dominguez goes the other way, bobbled by Arias, fires the first, recovers in time. The Yankees go 1-2-3. We go top 3 now. No score here in the Bronx. Yeah, 15-29, Paul. Yeah. Yeah, he's short, dark stroke, but he's really good. I don't care how short he is. Pedro was short. Pedro Martinez was short, too. I'm a Giants fan, too, Paul, but I do believe that the Cowboys will beat the Rams. I am not expecting anything from the Rams this year. Yes, DJ Yankee, I traded Stanton for pitching. Because Giancarlo Stanton is garbage. Williams Astudillo now up at the plate, leading things off here in the third. Fouls it back and out of play. 0-1. Dalbic's the future. I know he's very high on your prospect chain, Paul. As that's low, 1-1. Oh, Edwards-Helaire, already 100 yards in his first game as a pro in Kansas City. Only 14 carries. Man, Kansas City's going to be stacked if they have a run game this year. It'll be a 2-1 to Astudillo. Chops this to the right side. Gordon, oh, it squeaks by him. Took a bit of a bad angle, and it just out of his reach. So it's a leadoff single here as he goes opposite field, and that brings up Byron Buxton now. Gordon should have had that. There's a strike at the belt, 0-1. Paul, I would be so... That's the ceiling for the Giants, 7-9. As this is swung and a miss, 0-2. I think they might go 4-12 again. That's their bottom. That's their floor. As this is swung and a miss quickly, 3 strikes. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Buxton goes back to the bench, and that's 4 Ks now for Cole. No, DJ, he's just got the day off today. He's just giving him, it's September baseball. The Yankees are running away with the division. We're just giving him a day off because there's no reason to overwork him at this point. As Arias, now 0-1 in the hole, also 0-1 on the day. Or actually, excuse me, but it's hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, now takes a strike. It's 0-2. As that one bounces up there, 1-2. Carter Cole has been terrible thus far with the Yankees. I do agree. I like Logan Ryan and Blake Martinez. Slow roller to the left side. Tough play for Urshela. Not in time. It's an infield single for Arias, and that puts runners at first and second now. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Paul. Yeah, from Green Bay. They got Martinez. Martinez left Green Bay. As there's ball 1 to Polanco at the knees. 1-0. And I've said this before, Carter. I think the reason why Cole is struggling as a Yankee is he's the #1 guy. He was good in Pittsburgh as the #1 guy. He dominated in Houston because he wasn't the #1 guy. He didn't have all that pressure on him. As this is popped up to shallow right field, Gordon makes the catch over his shoulder, 2 away here in the third. And now he's #1 guy again, and he's meh. He's 4-3 with almost a 4 ERA as Miguel Sano struck out in his first at-bat. Takes one inside, 1-0. And the Chiefs are really controlling the clock in this game against Houston. This is fouled off by Sano, 1-1. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Carter. But I mean, although Garcia is doing very well through 2 starts, that's checked swing to Sano. Now this one lined right to Gordon, makes the catch, and that is how the inning will end. So Gerrit Cole getting a couple of hits, but nothing else, and we go bottom 3, no score. Nick Gordon, known to occasionally drop down a bunt to try and get his way on, and that's what he does. It's going to be a tough play for Astudillo. Fields fires the first, not in time. And it's another bunt single for Gordon, who's probably the Yankees' best bunter, hands down. And that brings up Gleyber Torres, who singled in his first at-bat. Gordon, good speed, not really a base stealer, though, as Torres fouls off an inside fastball, 0-1. No score, bottom 3, runner on first. Meltzer making his first start of the year as Torres fouls off a low fastball, 0-2. Good job by Gordon there. Lefty versus lefty. Doesn't usually hit lefties well, but that they were not expecting that bunt single. As Torres chops at the third. Sano goes to second for one. High throw. Gordon will be safe as Arias was pulled off the bag, but they do get Torres at first, so it will be a ground out. But it will go 5-4-3, so a runner at second. You don't see that every day. Brings up Aaron Hicks. So Nick Gordon reaches on the bad throw by Sano, but it doesn't go as an error as they still got one out. As Hicks takes a fastball just a bit outside, 1-0. Yep, dark stroke. Yep, Houston's going to get killed today. No surprise, as that misses high, 2-0. Doing all right, Inferno. Doing all right. How are you? Surviving here in the fires of LA. Again, sorry, this is down the right field line, and it's going to roll into the corner. Kirilloff will fire into second, but Hicks has an RBI double as Gordon scores, and the Yankees plate the first run of the day. Hicks' 22nd double of the year. It's 1-0 Yankees. Went opposite field, just kept it inside the line. And Hicks hustling, Gordon hustling, and speed kills, folks. As that brings up Gary Sanchez now. 36 homers, 81 RBIs. He singled in his first at-bat. Takes an outside curveball, 1-0. Yeah, just if I'm a little nasally today, guys, I apologize. It's again because of the smoke in the air. It's hard for me to breathe. I've been using my inhaler regularly today as that's fouled off by Sanchez, 1-1. Thank you, Inferno. Thank you. Yeah, dark stroke. Arizona going to get a lot better this year as Sanchez skies one to right, fairly deep. Kirilloff going back. It is gone! Goodbye, baseball! Gary Sanchez, an opposite field wall scraper, but it counts all the same. The Kraken, the Sanchez, the Rainmaker, the man of 1,000 nicknames, his 37th of the year, and the Yankees are now up 3-0. It just kept carrying, and Kirilloff gave it his best effort as he climbed the wall, but it got over the fence. And a rare day of no wind today at Yankee Stadium, as now Mike Ford back up the middle. This is a base hit. Couldn't have done his first at-bat. But the Yankees now, second time through the order, starting to get the Smeltzer a little bit as they put up a 3 spot already here in the third inning, far from over. Yeah, if only he could play this good in real life. You're right, Nick. As Clint Frazier fouls off a fastball, 0-1. What's up, Caitlin? How's it going? So 3-0 Yankees, bottom third. As Frazier now skies one to right. Fairly deep. Again, ball carrying. But Kirilloff has this one measured. Makes the catch just in front of the track for the second out of the inning. Nice, Paul. Nice. Rebuilding the Marlins, that is not easy, sir. As Gio Urshela, 5 for 11 this series with a pair of solo home runs, 0 for 1 today. Runner on first, 2 outs. Yankees up 3-0 here against Smeltzer. The first pitch to Urshela, this one opposite field. Catch is made by Kirilloff, and that will end the inning. But Gary Sanchez, the big blow. The end of 3 full here in the Bronx. Yankees up 3-0. No, Jared, I will never join any team that is not the New York Yankees. So Cole now with a 3-0 lead as Rosario leads things off here in the top of the fourth. This is fouled back out of play, 0-1. Look at this, we got 3 mods in here tonight. Jay Powell. This is low and inside, 1-1. How you doing, Jay Powell? Jay Power. I appreciate that, Jay Powell. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Yankees up 3-0 here in the top of the fourth as this slider is fouled back by Rosario, 1-2. No, Jared. What's going to probably happen is that once baseball season in real life is done, we're going to stop playing baseball until MLB The Show 21. So that's probably what will end up happening, is we're just going to keep doing this until the end of October. And then there'll be more and then Hockey will take over as Rosario gets a hold of that fastball, and he gets the Twins on the board. A no-doubter. Goodbye, baseball. Rosario's 25th of the year, and it's now 3-1 Yankees. So, Nick, I try to play as many sports games as possible, as Alex Kirilloff now up 0 for 1. But I also play a lot of new games, as that's fouled off. So we do a thing called New Game Friday. So last week we played Avengers. We're not doing New Game Friday this week. We're doing Madden, because I missed yesterday because I had work. But next week we're going to do Crisis, the Crisis remaster. The week after that, the Mafia remaster. We're going to New Game Friday. We're just new games every Friday until probably the end of the year. Is that Mrs. Lowe? 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, we actually might have a real thing where a real NHL player might challenge me on stream. So, swing and a miss there, 1 and 2. We're working on that. We're actually closer to that than you guys might think. Yankees, Giants, Rangers, Knicks. So, there you go. And I guess New York City Football Club if soccer counts. As this one's fouled off by Kirilloff, 1 and 2. The 1-2 now to Kirilloff. Is low, 2-2. No, I do not like the Philadelphia teams, as that looked like strike 3, but the umpire does not give it to Cole, so the count now full to Kirilloff. And again, he does not get the call, as that looked like a strike. Boone glaring at the umpire, as that brings up Naylor now, so first walk of the day for Cole. Well, Paulie, you still got Game 7. You still got a chance, buddy. Swing and a miss there by Naylor, 1-1. Now curveball fouled off, 1-2. Yeah, I know. That's the problem with human beings being allowed to control sports. As this is a slow roller to Ford. He will flip to Cole covering. Moving to second is Kirilloff, but one away here now in the 4th. Jake Cave now up at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Takes a fastball for a strike. 0-1. Now a changeup through the left side. That's a base hit. Florio comes up firing. Not a great throw cut off there by Torres, but it puts runners at the corners now with 1 away. So that'll bring up Williams Astudillo, who singled in his first at-bat. Takes a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Now swings over the top of a changeup, 0-2. Yes, J. Powell, we do one nightly challenge. If there are no challenges, then we just call it a night, as this slider's fouled off the plate. But you need 2,500 points to cash in. Now another knuckle curve fouled off, still 0-2. Now jams him with a fastball, but staying alive, still 0-2. Welcome back to the show. Slider misses low, 1-2. Cole has been, he's been working hard this game, and it's not all his fault, as the umps have really been hurting him. 2-2 now to Astudillo. Strike 3 on the outside corner, 2 away. Huge K for Cole, his 5th of the day. And that brings back up Byron Buxton, who's having a terrible series, 2 for 15. Takes a strike there, 0-1. Now a slider over the outside corner, 0-2. This one in the dirt, blocked by Sanchez. They're going to throw to second, and they're going to get the runner trying to advance on the passed ball. Eddie Rosario gets the Twins on the board, but what a way to end the threat. Caught stealing at second as Sanchez guns down the runner. We go bottom 4. Yankees up by 2. Yankees would love to try and get 6 out of Cole, but his pitch count already way up there. It's Florio 0 for 1 on the season and on the day. These are his first at-bats at the big league level, a September call-up of the season, I should say. He's been a September call-up before. 0-1 to the Rook. Takes one outside, 1-1. Florial fouls off a curveball. 1-2. We're working on a couple. I don't want to spoil it, Jared. We'll just say he's a goalie. As this is back up the middle. Slow roller Arias. Tough throw. Just got Florial for the first out of the inning. As Nick asks for a hydrate. Actually, we should probably say more he's like a former NHLer. Oops. So, should I not have said that, Caitlin? As that's back up the middle, a base hit. So a 1-out single for Dominguez. I don't know. Should we not have said that? I have no idea, Caitlin. I am not the one working out that deal. Paul, it's the same for me. It's very hard to lay off a lot of pitches. It's just practice, honestly. And you're right, Isaac. The Chiefs are dominating. That is true. So you guys know we'll mention it. Do you guys know who Eddie Lack is? He used to be the goalie for the Vancouver Canucks. Eddie Lack might come on and play me in NHL 21. So that's what we're working on right now. So there you go. It's all good, Locked Green. It's welcome back, buddy. Good to see you again. 0-1 to Gordon. He singled in his last at-bat, came around the score. Now a slow roller to short. One play, they go to first as Dominguez moves to second. They get the force out on Gordon. So 2 away here in the fourth. Brings up Gleyber Torres. I don't know. I thought you and Lee were working on that, Caitlin. I'm not working on that. I don't know. As this is swung and missed 0-1. No, the show. I do not think that they should have traded Hopkins. I think that was a really bad move on their part. I think Arizona got the better of that deal. David Johnson looked good tonight, but it's not enough. It's slow roller in front of the plate. Smeltzer will field. Fire the first. Not in time. A rare infield single for Torres. As Dominguez moves to third. And now runners at the corners for the Yankees. As Aaron Hicks is up. He's 2 for 2 today with a double, a single, and an RBI, and a run scored. And yes, Randall Cobb is also on the Texans. Has done nothing today. As Hicks hammers this down the right field line. It is gone! Goodbye, baseball! Aaron Hicks continues his hot hitting. Gets his 31st of the year. A 3-run opposite field bomb that again just kept carrying. And again, a wall scraper here at Yankee Stadium. But just like that, he doubles up the Yankee offense. They go from up 3-1 to 6-1 with one swing of the bat. Dominguez and Torres meet him at home plate, and the Yankees now have a comfortable lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss there by Sanchez. 0-1. Sanchez homered in his last at-bat. 2 for 2 today with a homer and a single. As Nick gets a dab, there you go. Yeah, Locked Green. I think he was just September called up, a September call up. As that misses outside 1-1.
Yep, that ball went out.
No, thanks, Jay Power. I'm all right. Yeah, Paul. I saw they added Colin Kaepernick. I think I'm fine with them adding him back, but A, his rating was way too high, and B, like, look. Folks are going to do what they want to do. Like, I have no problem if you want to play as Colin Kaepernick. I'm not going to. That's me personally. I traded for Matt Ryan. I'm not going to get Kaepernick now. This is hammered to the left side by Sanchez. Polanco there throws the first dugout by Naylor, and that will end the inning. But Aaron Hicks, who now, by the way, is a triple away from the cycle, homers for the 31st time this year, and at the end of 4 full, Yankees up 6-1. Yeah. No, it's look, if you want to play as him, I'm perfectly fine with that. If you want to waste your game time and just take knees with him, that's up to you. Like it's to each their own, man. To each their own. I have no problem with him being out of the game, but I think his 81 rating is ridiculous. When Daniel Jones and Gardner Minshew and guys who actually played last year, Andy Dalton, are all below 75. As that's a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Trubisky, like, I don't know. For a guy who hasn't played in 4 years, that's what I'm more mad about than anything. Is like, that rating is ridiculous. 0-2 now to Buxton. Outside, 1-2.
1-2.
Power, if you get the points, we can play one day, yeah. Yeah, locked green. He's higher than Kyler Murray. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Daniel Dumpster Fire, as I like to call him. But Daniel Jones out of Duke. By the way, folks, if you want on Sunday, twitch.tv/PAX3. I am hosting the Geeks Who Like Sports PAX panel alongside my best friend, normal co-host, Lee Elias. We got a good panel going as this one is hammered to right center field. It is deep. It is going to split the outfield as be one hop against the wall. Dominguez gets it too quickly and holds Buxton to a double. So leadoff double for Buxton here to start the fifth. Danny Doom. Yeah, Paul. That's fair. There you go. Fishy exactly what Fishy said. So, runner on second now for Luis Arias, who's 1 for 1 with a single and a hit by pitch. Takes one high, 1-0. Now takes a changeup at the for a strike at the knees, 1-1. Yeah, Buxton's really good, man. He is. That misses high, 2-1.
Count is 2-1.
Swing and a miss on a fastball there, 2-2. Changeup low, 3-2. Curveball in there, line to Urshela, who makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Nice defensive play by Urshela to rob Arias. Now that brings up Jorge Polanco. A huge out, as now the Twins can't score on 2 outs here, as that's just a little outside, says the umpire. He has not been giving Cole that call all day. As this one is back up the middle, that's a base hit. Buxton will score as the throw comes into second to make sure that Polanco stays at first. It's 6-2 now. And that brings up Miguel Sano. He takes a changeup low, 1-0. Cole really struggling today. Yankees just trying to get him through 5 now, honestly, as that's fouled back 1-1. Also some bad calls by the umpire at the plate, though, but he's approaching 100 pitches. As this is popped up to right, Dominguez coming in, settling under it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Polanco scampers back to first, or excuse me, second out of the inning. Second out, scampers back to first. Those buttons are the best buttons, yes. Gerrit Cole looking for win 17 today. Eddie Rosario homered in his last at-bat. Takes a pitch high, 1-0. Rosario 9 for his last 28. That's a good for a 328 average.
2-0.
Fouls off a fastball there. 2-1 now. Fouls off a changeup. Evens count up at 2-2. As Cole at 101 pitches through 5 innings. That misses high, 3-2. Runner will get a head start off of first. There goes Polanco. Staying alive is Rosario. Comes inside with the slider, ball 4. Second walk of the day as Reese gets a posture check. Now that brings up Kirilloff, who walked really on strike 3, but he didn't get the call in his last at-bat. That misses low, 2-0. Power gets a posture check. And now this one chopped to the right side. Gordon has to hurry, makes the play, and Cole gets through 5 innings. We go bottom 5. Yankees up by 4, but it looks like the Yankees are going to go to the bullpen now for the 6th inning. As Kansas City in real life, the Chiefs are up over the Texans, 31-7. What's up, Jordan? How's it going? I'm surviving, buddy. A lot of fire out here in LA. A lot of smoke makes it hard to breathe and hard to talk as Lewis Thorpe makes his 28th start of the year, an 8-11 record out of the pen, a 5.2 ERA. He is the Twins' long reliever. He comes on for Smeltzer, who only goes 4 in his first start of the year. Let's see. So Lilia Vion warming for the Yankees. Looks like he'll come in and pitch the 6th. Oh, yeah, Heidi Watney is terrible, dude, for sure. Can't stand her. As that's fouled back out of play by Ford. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. He's also struck out looking. Smacks this to the left side, and that's a base hit. Mike Ford is going to roll all the way to the wall. Mike Ford is going to think about 2. The slowest Yankee has a leadoff double here in the 5th as he goes opposite field and gets his 8th double of the year, his 2nd hit of the day. Now that brings up Clint Frazier, who's 0 for 2. Randy Dobnik and Dakota Chalmers warming in the Twin pen. First pitch from Thorpe is inside, 1-0. That's what I'm hoping for, Jordan. I know Yankees have a doubleheader coming tomorrow. Because of the rain out. Real bad rain on the East Coast. I talked to my grandmother today. She was coming down in buckets. As Frazier hammers this to left. Fairly deep. It is over his head. Ford had to stop to see if it would be caught, so it's going to go as a long single for Frazier as Ford goes station to station. Yep, I remember you, Maximus. What's up? How's it going? And yes, the show, I saw Patrick Mahomes' contract. It's Gio Urshela now. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Takes one inside. 1-0. You've had it with little Logan Reese. You've had it with him. Paul, I used to really hate your Red Sox a whole lot more than I do anymore. At this point, I am too old to, like... I mean, I still don't like them, don't get me wrong, but I'm too old to hold all that hate in my heart. I mean, to give you an idea, this is back up the middle and through for a base hit. Scoring is Ford. Frazier stops at second. It's 7-2 Yankees. When I was in college and we beat you in 2003 on Aaron Bleep and Boom's home run, I drove up to Boston from Jersey in full Yankee regalia that weekend and taunted every Boston fan I could meet. Almost got into several fights. Almost got killed, actually. That's how much I used to hate the Red Sox. Now, I don't do that stuff anymore. As trying to bunt is Florial, 0-1. Now Florial again. This time he does get the bunt down. Sano cannot barehand it, so bases will be loaded. That should go as an infield single. Florial gets his first big league hit on a bunt. Estevan Florial, a bunt single. He'll remember that forever. And the bases are now loaded for Jason Dominguez. Yeah, I think they're trying to cram more into these kids' heads now more than ever before. I work in video games, the show. Yeah, I agree, Paul. I can't stand the Astros. So Dominguez now, bases loaded. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. Good speed all around the base paths, except for maybe Gio Urshela. As that misses outside, 1-0. Dominguez singled, came around to score on the Hicks home run. Lee, it depends on what the shirt is made of. As that misses low, 2-0. This is a large. Sometimes I wear an extra large. Depends on what the shirt is made of. As thank you for the subscription, buddy. Yes, we were talking about trash cans and trash throws, Lee. I think, Paul, a raid is where you get a bunch of other people to follow you into someone's chat at once. As it's now 3-0 to Dominguez. Let's see if they walk him. Let's see if they walk in a run. Get me, they should, extra large, Lee. As there's a strike in the inside corner, 3-1. Yeah. The 3-1 now to Dominguez. Outside, ball 4. That's one way to get a run batted in. So Frazier will walk home as Dominguez walks to first. It's 8-2 Yankees, and that brings up Nick Gordon, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a run score. Bases still loaded, full of Yankees. Thorpe can't find the strike zone, as though he does there. This one fairly deep to left field. That's going to dunk in for a base hit. Oh, I thought it went farther than it did, but instead it falls in front of Rosario. So again, the Yankees go station to station. It's an RBI single for Gordon, and they're up 9-2. Yeah, I appreciate it, Lee. And that does it for Thorpe. Doesn't get a single out. In comes Dakota Chalmers for his 38th game of the year. 7-8 out of the pen, a 5.4 ERA as Baldelli makes the hard move. Mods can ban people, can do a lot the show. They can block comments as Gleyber Torres, 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored, swings over that one, 0-1. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup from Chalmers. Twins will give up a run for a double play here as this is fouled off, 0-2. Yes, exactly, Lee. You'd get a faster response here than you would in real life. Did the Chiefs miss an extra point, by the way, as Torres fouls that off 0-2? Did I miss something? The 0-2 now to Torres is hammered to left center field. Going back is Buxton, still back, makes the catch on the track. It'll go as a sac fly. So a run scores and the RBI sac fly. Going to third is Dominguez, as Florian now scores his first, or Florio, I should say, his first Major League run. Oh, field goal, it was 2 field goals? Okay. So now, I'm not playing Rona mode right now, Reese. Oh, for some reason, the score just didn't update on my phone for some reason. As Aaron Hicks chops this to the right side, and that's through for a base hit. I was going to say Hicks was a triple away from the cycle, but he will take an RBI single. As it's now 11-2 Yankees. And that brings up Gary Sanchez now, who singled and hit a 3-run home run, or excuse me, a 2-run home run earlier. Rona mode. Inside the Gary, misses with the slider, 1-0. We will see what happens, Maximus. We will see. As Gary chases the slider there, 1-1. Yeah, it's 31-7. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Houston's not going to be good this year. I mean, they might get warm at some point, but I think that it's up for grabs. So I play on. I pitch on Hall of Fame, but I hit on veteran. 1-2 now to Sanchez. Checks his swing as this one's in the dirt. 2-2. So I've kind of split the difference, Paul. The 2-2 to Sanchez. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Castillo blocks it nicely for this, and 2 away here in the 5th. As Nick calls for a hot, gets it. He'll get your dab first because I have to open up a new bottle. Depends on how the offensive line plays the show. If Tampa Bay can give him time with that offensive line, I think he'll be fine. As Reese gets a dab. All right, good night, Lee. Take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. So Mike Ford now has singled and doubled today, and the Yankees have officially batted around this inning. He's also scored a run at the beginning of this inning. Takes one outside, 1-0. Right. Technically, I'm pitching on a harder difficulty, but it's slightly harder for you to hit. So it kind of evens out. The 1-0 now to Ford. Popped up. This should end the inning. Rosario in left settles under it. Makes the catch. Ooh, almost lost that in the sun. But the Yankees score 5 in the 5th. At the end of 5 full, it's 11-2 New York. In comes Luis Avion now in this blowout. 45th appearance of the year, a 3-3 record out of the pen, a 2.86 ERA. About a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. I mean, I'm trying to turn this into something to show. Like, I am an affiliate now with Twitch, thankfully to you guys. I appreciate it. I mean, I'd like for this to become something bigger, but it's going to take time. But, you know, I do it for you guys. I do it for myself, too. Right, Paul. It's a little harder for me to pitch, but it's a little easier for me to hit. Yeah, I've heard that, Paul, but I'm probably just going to stick with what I know. But I appreciate it. As Avion takes his warm-up pitches. Yes, don't forget to check out the podcast, Geeks Who Like Sports. So that does it for Avion's warm-up pitches. Naylor will lead things off here in the top of the 6th. Fouls off a fastball, 0-1. Changeup misses inside, 1-1. Yankees absolutely spanking Minnesota today after a couple of pitchers' duels in a row, as that's a striking outside corner, 1-2. Now curveball line to first, actually on one hop. Ford will take it himself. 1 away here in the 6th. Jake Cave, he's 1 for 2 with a single. Swings through an inside fastball, 0-1. Now a high changeup. Cave goes the other way. So the Yankees were playing him to pull. Florial will dig it out of the corner, but it'll be a double for Cave here in the 6th with 1 away. Now that will bring up Astudillo. The catcher takes a fastball inside corner, I should say. 0-1, hitting an even 250 since Garver got hurt. Garver might actually miss he'll miss the first round of the playoffs, which is a huge loss for the Twins. This is fouled back out of play, still 0-2. Looking for that put away pitch. Fastball fouled back, still 0-2. All right, it's all good to show. It's all good, buddy. I know a lot of folks have school now. As that's in the dirt, blocked by Sanchez. Sanchez has a good arm. Cave stays put at second. Bye. You're doing pretty good then, Paul. You're doing pretty good with that team. Changeup pulled to the left side and by Gio Urshela. Going to third is Cave just getting in there as Astudillo gets his second single of the day. Urshela was in a little bit at the corner and that hurt him as Byron Buxton now 1 for 3 with a double. Chops this to the right side and that's through for a base hit. Because they were holding the runner on at first, which makes no sense. Buxton gets a single. It's an RBI, and it's 11-3 now for Luis Arias, who takes a strike at the belt. 0-1. Well, so much for Avion coming in here and shutting down the Twins for an inning. That misses low. 1-1. Oh, yeah. See, I take coffee. I use it sparingly, so it's very effective to me. As backdoor curve is in there for a strike. 1-2. Oh, I can't drink Red Bull. It makes me sick to my stomach. Ugh. As that misses low and outside. 2-2. 3-2 to Arias. That misses inside. And now a fastball got underneath it, popped it up. Dominguez in right field makes the catch, tagging his Astudillo, but he's not going anywhere. He's a catcher. 2 away here in the 6th. It's all good, Nick. Take care, buddy. Have a good night. Oof. Yeah, I can't do Red Bull, man. Give me some soda or some coffee or something. I cannot do Red Bull. Want to know? Mountain Dew's fine. Like, you know, like, I'm just... As this one is lined to right center field. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to split the outfielders. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. 2 runs will score as Buxton, hot in the heels of Astudillo. And the Twins get 3 back here in the 6th. It's 11-6. As Avion tried to limit the damage but could not do it as Polanco comes through. And now Adam Ottavino starts warming for the Yankees with Miguel Sano at the plate. Takes a strike on the corner, 0-1. Yeah, I ended up falling asleep for a little bit today because I also went to bed very late as that's blocked by Sanchez. Going to third is Polanco, but a bad throw. So Polanco advances on the wild pitch. As Avion just cannot seem to get the job done. There's a strike in the sinker, 1-2. Sano does not hit the Yankees well historically. Fastball, this is ripped to left field, but Florial's right there, makes the catch, and the inning mercifully comes to an end. The Twins score 3, we go bottom 6. Yankees up 11-5. Now do it for Avion because he is terrible. Adam Ottavino, looks like he'll pitch the 7th. Yeah, he finally retired, Paul. As that misses supposedly outside, says the umpire. 1-0. Looked like a strike to me. Chalmers wasn't happy about the call. As now Frazier smacks that through the left side. That's a single. So leadoff single for Clint Frazier here in the bottom of the 6th. To get things started here. Leading the Yankees in base hits. That brings up Gio Urshela now. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a run scored. As Gio Urshela, did he get enough of it? It's deep left center field. Buxton back, makes the catch on the track. Oh, goodness. Byron Buxton turned on the Jets to make the catch on the track, and that brings up Estevan Florial, 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Runner on first, 1 away. Gio just got a little underneath it. And Florial now smacks this through. That's a true single. No bunt cheese there. So 2 for 4 now as Frazier moves to second. And that'll bring up Dominguez, who walked and scored and drove in a run and scored 2 today. Take care, Reese. Take care as Dominguez pops this up to shallow right field. It dunks in front of Kirilov for a base hit. Stopping at third is Frazier, and the Yankees again have the bases loaded for Nick Gordon, who singled in his last at-bat, drove in a run, and has scored 1 today. 2 for 4, 2 singles. Nick Gordon skies one to left center field. Buxton underneath it. He makes the catch. Tagging is Frazier. Coming home and scoring is Clint Frazier. Florial goes to third. So it's a sac fly for Nick Gordon, his second RBI of the day. The Yankees get 1 back. It's again a 7-run game. It's 12-5 New York. Good night, Reese. Take care. That brings up Gleyber Torres. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles, a run driven in, and a run scored. Runners at the corners, 2 away now. Very good speed on the base paths. Dominguez trying to steal second. Flores. Oh, Torres. Oh, that tricky Gleyber. A hit and run single. Dominguez goes to third as Torres hit it where the second baseman was. The Yankees are now up 13-5. Where's your unwritten rules now? Thank you, Paul. Much appreciated. So Torres, another RBI single, and again, Aaron Hicks has a chance for a cycle. He's a triple away, 4 for 4 today. Smacks this to the right side, knocked down by Arias, a perfect ground ball. They get him at first, they finally retire him, but the Yankees get 2 back. At the end of 6 full here in the Bronx, it's 13-5 Yankees. Adam Ottavino making his 50th appearance of the year, a 4-2 record, a 2.7 ERA out of the pen. See if he can't get this done in the 7th. As Luis Avion had a real rough day out of the pen. Got through the 6th, but gave up 3 runs in the process. As Eddie Rosario now leads things off. He's got a solo home run today, 1 for 2. Smacks a cutter foul, 0-1. That misses low and outside, 1-1. Slider inside, 2-1. Now Rosario chases a cutter, 2-2. Strike 3 at the knees. He stares at the fastball. Caught him looking. 1 away here in the 7th. That brings up Kirilov now, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Takes a slider inside, 1-0. This one lined to third. Urshela there, handles it on a hop. Pirouettes, fires the first. In time, 2 away here in the 7th. Ottavino pitches well. They might bring him back out for the 8th. Just to try and eat up some innings here. There's a strike on the outside, 0-1. Again, Tyler Lyons came in and pitched 3 innings in yesterday's game. As that's fouled back out of play, 0-2. He's the only guy not available in today's game. Extra arm called up from September. Backdoor slider, swung on and missed, strike 3, and Ottavino has a very easy 7th. Get up and stretch. We're going bottom 7 here in the Bronx. Yankees up 13-5. What's up, Justin? Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. Nice, Paul. That's not easy with Brian Anderson. As Gary Sanchez now up 2 for 4 with a single and a 2-run home run. Smacks this one to left center field, fairly deep, but Buxton comes on, makes the catch. They were playing him well because of the, playing him perfectly because of the shift, actually, so. What's up, Venom? How's it going? It brings up Mike Ford, 2 for 4 with a double, a single, and a run scored. Again, they play Ford to shift to the right side. 3 guys to the right of second. Fouls off a fastball there just a bit late on it, 0-1. About 5 minutes left in the Chiefs and Texans game. Chiefs are going to go to 1-0. As swing and a miss there by Ford, 0-2. As Cody Stashik and Tyler Duffy warming in the Twins bullpen. They would love to get Chalmers through one more inning here in long relief. As Ford back up the middle and through for a base hit. He thought about going for 2, but he's not exactly fleet of foot, and Buxton has a good arm. So he'll take his one-out single here in the 7th. He's now 3 for 5 today. As Clint Frazier now up, he's 2 for 4 with 2 singles and 2 runs scored. First pitch to Frazier, inside 1-0. I know, Venom, that was insane. 29 runs. Wow. It's all right, Paul. I'm not that great. Trust me, I'm not that great either. It's swing and a miss there. 0-1-1.
One ball, one strike.
I'm okay. I'm an okay player, Paul. This is inside the Frazier. 2-1. Ford off of first. Slowest Yankee. 2-1 count to Frazier at the plate. 1 out. Bottom 7. Yankees up by 8. As Frazier swings to a fastball there, 2-2. What the heck's going on outside? I don't know if you guys can hear that. 2-2. Chop to the third baseman, Sano. Bare hands, fires the first. Only play he had as Ford advances the second. 2 away here in the 7th. All right, Paul, maybe, yeah, okay. Tyler Duffy now comes on for his 65th appearance of the year. 7-0 out of the pen. A 2.25 ERA. It's Gio Urshela now at the plate. Duffy, a fastball, slider, knuckle curve pitcher. As Urshela fouls off the fastball, 0-1. Urshela 1 for 4 with an RBI single today. He's also flied out or lined out 3 times. Swings through a slider there, 0-2. Now this one skied to right, but it will slice foul. Still 0-2 as Gio stays alive. Now, Gio Urshela skies one to right, but it should be playable. Kirilov settles under it, makes the catch in the gap, and that'll end the 7th. So the Yankees do not score. We go top 8. Still up by 8. Jake Cave, he's doubled and singled today, will lead off here against Ottavino. Swings through an inside slider, 0-1. Now fouls off a cutter, 0-2. It's up to you, dude. It's up to you. As this is popped foul. Did you catch? Actually, this is fairly deep. Carrying. It's off the foul pole. It's gone. Jake Cave, goodbye baseball. His 4th of the year. I thought that was going to slice foul, but he doinks it off the pole, and it's 13-6 now. Only 89 miles an hour off the bat, but the ball just for some reason, somehow, stayed fair. That was an outside fastball that he just kind of poked down the line. A Yankee Stadium home run for sure. As there's a strike to Astudillo, 0-1. Now Astudillo pulls one foul, 0-2. That's low and in the dirt, 1-2. 2-2 to Astudillo now. He chops this one to the right side. Gordon will field. Fire to first in time. 1 away here in the 8th. He brings up Byron Buxton. 2 for 4 with a double, a single, an RBI, and a run scored. 1-0 to Buxton. He takes a strike at the knees. Good slider there from Ottavino. 1-1. Now a fastball misses inside. 2-1. That's in the dirt, 3-1. You don't want to walk Byron Buxton. Wow, that gets away from Sanchez. Ottavino getting a little wild here. He's prone to that. So it's a walk to Buxton. That brings up Arias, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Also been hit by a pitch. Pops this foul, 0-1. Paul, did you cash in your points, Paul? As there's the strike with the slider, 0-2. That misses outside, 1-2.
The count is 1-2.
This one chopped up the middle, could be 2. Gordon to second for 1. Torres bobbled it, but he gets the force out at second, which is actually probably more important because now it takes speed off the base pads. As Jorge Polanco, who's been a Yankee killer his whole career, 3 for 4 today, takes one inside, 1-0. Oh, okay, Paul. All right, I got you. So next time, I got you. As that's inside, 2-0. Ottavino trying to get through the 8th, and this one, Polanco does it again! Goodbye, baseball! It's 13-8 as Polanco gets his 36th of the year. And the Yankee pen really struggling today as Miguel Sano now takes an inside slider, 1-0. Now fouls off a slider, 1-1. By the way, the Texans clawing their way back, probably too little too late, 31-20 now. 1-2 now to Sano. As this is chopped through the left side, that's a base hit. So Sano gets his first hit of the day. Jeez, could this be a save situation soon? As Trevor May starts to warm up to possibly face his former club. As Rosario goes around on the inside slider, 1-0. Rosario will chase those inside pitches. Now fouls off a cutter, 0-2. So Ottavino and Avilon both give up 3 runs as Rosario just stays alive on that slider. Now backdoor slider, swung on and missed, strike 3, so Ottavino gets out of it. But a rough outing for him as well as Estevan Florial, 2 for 4 with 2 singles and 2 runs scored. We'll get a chance. Trevor May will come in and pitch the 9th, it looks like, for the Yankees. As Florial skies one to right center field. This one is fairly deep, but Buxton is there, makes the catch in the gap, 1 away. Just off the end of the bat. That brings up Jason Dominguez, who's 2 for 3 with a walk, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. As Dominguez skies one to center field, this one is deep. It's carrying. It's at the track. It's gone. Goodbye, baseball. Jason Dominguez, his 7th of the year. It's a bullpen bomb. And the Yankees are back up by 6. Talk about football scores. It's 14-8. Jason Dominguez gets hold of one for his, I believe that's his 26th RBI of the year. And now that'll bring up Nick Gordon, who's 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and a run scored, 2 for 4. Swings through that one, 0-1. He's also had a sac fly today. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, this is a high-scoring game. The 0-1 to Gordon. This is back up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 1-out single for Gordon. The inning continues here against Duffy. Now bring up Gleyber Torres, who's got 3 singles and a sac fly, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. And Torres now smacks one foul. 0-1. The 0-1 to Torres chases a knuckle curve. 0-2. Checks his swing on a low fastball. 1-2 now to Torres. The 1-2, a hanging curve, but Torres missed it. Way out in front of it. Almost an eephus pitch as he kind of took something off of it, did Duffy. 2 away now here in the 8th, and that will bring up Aaron Hicks. One last try for a triple for the cycle. 2 singles, a homer, and a double. Swings over the slider there, 0-1. Nice, Paul, nice. Gordon off of first. 2 outs, bottom 8, Yankees up by 6. This one skied foul, 0-2. Inside to Hicks, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 now. Fouled off, staying alive, spoils the knuckle curve. Inside slider, 2-2. Checks his swing, 3-2. Gordon will get a head start now. Yep, we're almost done. This is a high-scoring game, Skirt, so that's why it's still going. Still first game. As Hicks spoils a knuckle curve there, still 3-2. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. There goes Gordon, and Hicks pops it up, so he won't get the cycle, as Sano in foul territory makes the catch to end the inning. But the Yankees get another. Jason Dominguez hits his 7th of the year. We go top 9, Yankees up by 6. Trevor May now against his former club, making his 42nd appearance, a 6-2 record, a 2.41 ERA. As he will get ready. He has been a huge addition to the Yankee bullpen. Again, most of those wins for the Yankees out of the pen has really been a stalwart, giving him 2, even 3 innings sometimes when they need him to, which is partially the reason why he doesn't have as many appearances, is because they will make him work. So he's just getting some work in here now for this 9th inning game as Kirilloff is up, fouls it back and out of play, 0-1. Kirilloff 0 for 3 with a walk. Takes a changeup low, 1-1. It's all right, Paulie. It's more realistic this way, as that bounces up to the plate, 2-1. Now this one, little dribbler in front of the mound. Tough play for May, who fields, fires the first. Just got Kirilloff hustling down the line for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Josh Naylor now, who's 0 for 4. Skies it to right, fairly deep. Dominguez back at the track, reaches up, makes the catch. The park just held that one. That's the 2nd out of the inning. That brings up Jake Cave, who's a triple away from the cycle. He's 3 for 4, the homer, a double, and a single. Takes a slider, 0-1. Swings over the top of a changeup, 0-2. As the Chiefs just added the field goal. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the curve. Throw to first completes the play, and May has a perfect 9th. The Yankees win 14-8 to split this 4-game set with the Twins, 2-2. A lot of the Yankee youngsters came through today. Dominguez, Florial, Gordon. A bunch of rookies got the start. Cole only went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, but good enough to get the win. As Hicks is your player of the game with a homer, a double, and a 2 singles. Smeltzer the loss. Drops to 0-1. Again, his first start of the year.